Hey everyone, it's Justice for Comics. It's midweek. Comic Book Day is tomorrow, so I'll be picking up some books, maybe shoot another video, highlight some things I picked up this week. Wanted to highlight a series that I bought back in the day. I bought these originally, the comic series, and that is Moon Knight. This was back in the early, I think it was the mid 90s. Right after McFarlane became popular, there was another artist that came out by the name of Stephen Platt. And, kind of like a McFarlane style. You can see he uses a lot of detail. Definitely very much like Todd McFarlane's artwork, though. In fact, when I saw it on the newsstand, I remember thinking, "Is this Todd McFarlane?" And even the way he signs his name, I think McFarlane did a very, basically the same thing. So, kind of a copy of McFarlane, a little bit better detail than McFarlane. So, there's a lot of people that like some of this older artwork. This Moon Knight series was pretty good. It started out at issue 55, and I think I got 2 copies of 55. They're both pretty good condition. This book sells for decent money. Graded, sells for even more. These are probably copies I should get graded. To me, they look like 9/8. I mean, there's not really nothing wrong with them. They're pristine, pretty much. I think I bought them and literally put them away. So there's 55. There's 56. That's a cool cover. I like that cover a lot. And of course, the Spider-Man homage to Spider-Man there. Very similar pose to what McFarlane always did. And you can even see there he gave props to Todd McFarlane after Todd. So that was really cool. And inside the issue too, the artwork is very, very good. It's very dynamic. I like the way he framed a lot of the artwork inside this particular issue 57. So, and because it's Spider-Man on the cover there, this one also goes for decent money. If you can find it. I never really see these at comic book shops. eBay is pretty much the only place that you can find these. I've been in a lot of different comic book shops here in Florida, and I rarely ever see any of these Moon Knight from that series. So, yeah, pretty low print run. I think a lot of them had low print runs. There's 59. I think I am missing 58, which I think Platt only did the cover on that one. He didn't do any of the interior artwork. And then 60, which is kind of a cool black and white final issue there, where he ends up dying. So it's pretty good series. I enjoyed it. The artwork was back in the day was really awesome. I think today it's not. I think there's a lot better artists today, but for what it was, I just remember back during that time frame. It was McFarlane and Jim Lee, and there wasn't too many great artists like there is today. Today there's just so many of them. But back then you had maybe 4 or 5 that were really, really good. I don't know whatever happened to this guy. He worked for Marvel on this series, and I think Rob Liefeld ended up pulling him away to Image. He did a little run on Prophet with Image. Then I think he also did some issues of Fighting American, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was pretty much out of the industry. I don't really know what happened to him. I remember trying to Google that to find out whatever happened to the artist, but he just dropped off the face of the planet. I remember back in the day, Dale Keown, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. He had that run on Hulk, and then he went and did Pitt at Image. And that was popular for a while. And then all of a sudden, the guy just stopped drawing. I talked to some insiders back in the day that would go to different conventions, and he would tour some conventions and do some signings. But I guess, once a lot of these guys, these artists, once they make it, they get a bunch of money. Then they don't work for a while. So that's why I've always appreciated Jim Lee. Jim Lee is a great artist. He's got unbelievable talent, and he has fantastic work ethic. He is constantly drawing, constantly doing covers. He just never stops working. And a lot of these other artists who are very, very good, once they become popular and make a good chunk of money, then they disappear. And it's a shame. I probably would have kept buying Stephen Platt artwork. I like the way he draws. I think he's very, very good. And it's a shame. There's not a lot of his comic books out there. But I just remember when this came out, this was a really hot title. I mean, this thing was back in the day, when a book just came out and it was worth 40, 50 bucks. Today that's pretty common because of variants and just the industry itself is different. But back then, that was a big deal for a book to be worth that kind of money. And Moon Knight definitely was a hot title back in the day. I remember after I bought these, they shot up in price. I couldn't believe how expensive these were at one time, but they still garner some good money because I think the print runs on these were pretty low, at least for the standards back then. So, yeah, I just thought I'd highlight that. I don't know if you guys like that series or not, the Moon Knight series with the Stephen Platt artwork. I definitely did not collect the entire series, but just those issues that he drew. In fact, I missed 58, so I don't even have them on. I'm missing that one out of the series. But yeah, let me know what you think. Give me your comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bells for notifications. And I will shoot up another video here in the next day or so and highlight some books I picked up for the week. All right, everyone have a good one.